Okay, this is going to be a demonstration of using the Ultimate Boot CD to blank a password. Let's see, first I'm going to log off and demonstrate that I can't get into the computer, or I've forgotten the password. Oh, I've already logged in. Let's see, Susan doesn't have a password, so let's first go into our control panel and create a password for this user. Create a password. I'll just put the standard password in. Okay, so now Susan has a password. Let me log off. And now I'm trying to type a password and say I cannot remember the password. Okay, the machine had locked up, so I had to restart it. So here I'll just put in anything. And uh-oh, I forgot my password. I'll do it again. Okay, I forgot my password. Darn. Okay, I can't get in. I'm going to go to Devices, and I'm going to mount the Hiren's Boot CD, which I have a physical CD in my host operating system drive. You could also mount the ISO like we do when we install an operating system. Now that I have this mounted in the host, I'm going to reset the machine, and it's going to boot directly to, I pushed F12 so that I can boot to the CD-ROM, which is C. It's telling me it cannot boot from it. I'm going to come to my host real quick and make sure that it's seeing it in there. Okay, since the CD drive doesn't appear to be working, I have found an ISO image on one of my drives on H, so I'm going to come back to my devices and choose a virtual drive. I'm going to say it's on the root. There it is. So I'm going to mount that. Let's check it. It is mounted, and I'm going to reset the machine and hopefully boot directly into the virtual CD-ROM. I am, and this is what it looks like. There's lots of tools here. What we're going to use for this exercise is this password changer, offline NT 2000 XP Vista or 7 password changer. We just keep hitting enter. This is a Linux-based product. We're going to let it do its thing. Eventually it's going to come down and ask us for some input. Okay, so down here, if you see, it has found one drive, one partition, and what do we want to do? We want to Q for quit, D for automatically start disk drivers, M for manually select disk drivers to load, F fetch additional drivers, A show all partitions found, show probable NTFS partitions only, and we will select L. Let's choose disk number 1. Yes, I want to force it. what is the path to the registry directory. We're just going to hit enter, and now we want to do number 1, password reset. Number 1, do we want to edit user data? Or let's see, registry editor now with full rights support. What we want to do, we want to edit user data and password, so that's number 1. And it shows us we have an administrator and we have Susan. So administrator is default. Simply enter the username to change. We'll put Susan and enter. And looks like we want to clear it. Do we want to set it? What do we want to do? Let's clear it. So enter 1. Password is cleared. Select exclamation point to quit. Q for quit. Write back, yes. Yes. Alright, and now we can quit. We're done. Let's reset again. We're not going to boot into the virtual disk this time, which it did anyway, so let's get it off of there, deselect it, reset, and it should boot into our Windows operating system. XP, and this time I'm going to try to log on as Susan with no password. So you watched me create a password, you watched me unsuccessfully log on with just some random password, then you watched me blank the password, basically remove the password, and I am now, it brings me right to Susan since she is the only listed user. The administrator is the system administrator, and since Susan has no password, it doesn't even ask me. So you can see that's how that exercise works. Here is Susan. Click no password. So that is how that tool works.